Hi, I'm Christian Rutgers, CEO of Hydrogen Injection Technology. Today, I would like to talk to you about our Europafilter purification technology. This technology has been around for over 25 years in Europe, and I believe it is the solution to windmill stoppage times and out-of-control maintenance costs. Let's take a look at the wind industry in the United States. Statistics of one wind farm in California state that there is about 4,000 units operating in the Coachella Valley. The newer units are about 150 feet high, the blades are 100 feet long, and each unit produces about 300 kilowatt per hour. This is at operating wind speeds of 13 miles per hour. Operating and maintenance costs for each unit is $45,000 per year, and the total projected cost of one GE 1.5 megawatt wind turbine exceeds $6 million. That is quite an investment. And the industry has challenges. How to increase your asset availability. Here we are talking about downtimes. If the wheel is not spinning, you're not making any money, and we have to reduce that. 2. How to reduce maintenance cost. As you can imagine, servicing a wind turbine at 150 feet above ground could be quite costly. Again, we want to reduce this. Third, how to increase the asset lifetime. There's a growing awareness of wind energy owners about the disastrous consequences of contaminated oil in the machinery. The contamination effect on bearing life and the windmill. The cleaner the oil, the longer the component life, and the higher the reliability. Fact is that an oil film is about 0.5 micron thick. As you can see in the picture, the distance between the bearing and the housing is 0.5 micron. Most oil filters purify oil up to 5 micron. That's the big piece of gray metal or gray impurity that wants to squeeze through this little opening. Over time, you can imagine that it must damage either the bearing or the housing. To compound this, if you add 100 particles per million of water into the oil, it halves the life of the bearing. And there's a clean relationship of clean oil and maintenance that's required. The graph shows the ISO 4408 classes from 25 to 0, going from 100 hours to 100,000 hours. Each class contains a certain amount of particles in the oil that is allowed, and the lower the class, the purer the oil. You can also see that new and unused oil is commonly in the class 17 through 14. This is quite unsatisfactory because it only gives you 1,000 hours time before maintenance required. This is where Europafilter comes in. As you can see, the EF2000 system purifies oil and hydraulic oil up to 0.1 micron, which is a third of an oil film. Purified oil continues to clean the gearbox and the bearings from contaminants that have been building up. And the cellulose that is contained in the filter has a higher attraction to water molecules than water itself, so therefore it absorbs the water from the gear oil and the hydraulics oil. The illustration shows the oil bypass filtration system that serves like a kidney in your system. Europafilter has a clear advantage. It decreases contamination in oil. It decreases contamination in the inside of your system. That's your investment. It decreases the full flow filter consumption, which is your standard filter that comes with your unit. It decreases the spare part consumption because there's less damage to the system that needs to be replaced. It decreases unplanned downtime and reduces the overall maintenance cost. This is very important because Europafilter has the ability to keep the time, your asset running more frequently, and therefore the asset is more available. As I said, we have been around for over 25 years in Europe, and we have several sample installations. In the top right, you can see the EF2000 sample installation on hydraulic fuel systems to purify hydraulics oil. In the bottom left, you can see the EF2000 sample installation on the gearbox to purify the oil. We took oil samples before the system was installed, and you can see at 173 parts per million, the oil was somewhat clean. But after 8 months of the Europafilter running, you reduce that sample to 135 pounds per million, and that was with the system running consistently. We also had the hydraulics analysis done. The hydraulics oil sample was done before and after, and you can see in the picture to the right, the picture looks much cleaner. So again, Europafilter has a great advantage. So therefore, we can conclude the following. In order to eliminate contamination in water and oil, we put an Europafilter on there to reduce unscheduled stoppage time, reduce the maintenance cost, and avoid premature wear and tear on our asset. Save big with the Europafilter purification system. And thank you for your interest, and if you have further questions, please contact us at info@hydrogeninjectiontechnology.com or visit us at www.hydrogeninjectiontechnology.com. Thank you and have a great day.